Okay, we're already in our sample problem number 2 on our topic about the relative motion of two particles using translating axis. So here in this example, we have again two independent particles. So in the previous module, that two dependent particles, here we have two independent particles. So atong gina-solve is ang translating through translating axis. Okay? So we have here plane A and plane B. So naka-shown there sa drawing, no? Is flying along a straight line path, whereas plane B is flying along a circular path having a radius of curvature of r sub b is equal to 400 kilometers. Determine the velocity and acceleration of B as measured by the pilot of A. So unsay pasabot aning velocity and acceleration of B as measured by the pilot of A. Okay, so balik ta sa previous na tong sample, di ba? If namuntay nga ni, the velocity of B is equal to the velocity of A plus the velocity of B relative to A, or velocity of B as measured to A. So if you notice, di ba, there is we have the velocity of the train relative to the automobile. So this is the velocity of the train relative to the automobile. So dire, we were asked the velocity and acceleration of B. So the velocity of B as measured by the pilot of A. So para di mo malibog. So here we have the given the velocity of the plane B. So show diri 600 paingon dadto. So that is 600 kilometers per hour. And then the velocity of A is equal to 700 kilometers per hour. So along y siya if we have x and y axis here. And then ang radius daw at B is equal to 400 kilometers. Nganong importante si radius? Because this plane is moving on a circular path. And if the particle moves along a circular path, naatay components ni acceleration o ni velocity. If you remember, si acceleration, we have the normal acceleration and the tangential acceleration. So, para makuha na to acceleration ni B, so we need the normal and the tangential to get the magnitude of the acceleration, which is equal to the square of the normal acceleration plus the square of the tangential acceleration. Okay, so let's start solving, no? So, kay balo naman ta nga atong gipangita is kani. So we can establish an equation. We have the velocity of B is equal to the velocity of A plus the velocity of B relative to A, or the velocity of B as measured by the pilot A. So man ang meaning ani. So velocity B nato, that is 600 kilometers per hour. Atong velocity A, that is 700 kilometers per hour plus velocity of B with respect to A. So natin makuha velocity of B as measured by the pilot of A is equal to negative 100 kilometers per hour. So si pasabutan ni nga velocity, di ba, gadagan si A at this 700. And then si B is gadagan siya 600. Kaning negative 100 is ang biya nga velocity nila. Something kuan. So biya, if this is the tail, this is the tail, that is moving at 100 kilometers per hour. So now we have the velocity of B relative to velocity at A, or relative to plane A. Now, gipanguna natin velocity, we were asked about what is the acceleration. Again, ang acceleration, if the particle moves along a circular path, we have the normal and the tangential. So ito ang acceleration normal for plane B. So ato lang na A sub B lang gihapon because to indicate that this is the normal acceleration of plane B is just equal to, if you remember, ang normal acceleration is just equal to the velocity of B squared over rho. So kani siya nga velocity, this is the tangential velocity. So atong tangential velocity of B, again ang tangential velocity is katong the move towards or outward the path. So ito ang tangential velocity ni B is equal to 600 kilometers per hour lang. 600 kilometers per hour and then square over rho. So rho here is the radius, di ba, of curvature, which is already shown here. So itong radius of curvature is 400 kilometers. 400 kilometers. So we will have the normal acceleration equal to pila 600 squared divided by 400. That is equal to 900 kilometers per hour squared. Okay, so this is the normal acceleration. So, unsa may itong i-solve ani? And so atong ang ibuhat ang, di ba, if natay the vector or the velocity scalar sa with these two motion, we can also write for the vector sa acceleration. So natay normal acceleration ni ni B. So pila man yung tangential acceleration? So actually ang tangential acceleration ni B is already given here. We have 100 kilometers per hour squared. So if you notice, paingon siya dadto, so that is negative. And then, naapod tayo acceleration ni A. So we just denote it as acceleration of A is equal to 50 kilometers per hour squared. So paingon dadto, that is positive. Here we have negative. Okay, so we have the velocity of B with respect to A. So atong pangitaw na po si acceleration of plane B with respect to A or as measured by the pilot A or relative to A. So natay acceleration of B is equal to acceleration of the plane A plus acceleration of plane B relative to A. So ang B na to, so naman tayo normal and tangential. Unsa may itsura ani? So if you remember, so we have the tangential, di ba? Paana ang tangential, kaya ang direction is towards that way, and then napot tayo normal towards that side. So we can by using the vector units katong I hat and j hat, so we can write the acceleration of B which is kuno katong A normal and then A tangential, that is equal to 900 I hat minus, because this is negative, 100 j hat is equal to the acceleration of plane A, that is 50 kilometers. Ang acceleration is paingon man na to, so that is along the j axis. So that is j hat plus acceleration of plane B relative to A. So makuha na nato ni siya. So that is acceleration of B relative to A is equal to, so mura na siya mauba, 900 I hat minus 150 j hat, because kani pag transpose diri this becomes negative. So mao niya ang acceleration in the vector notation or quantity. So we put something. If kuha na to ang magnitude, the magnitude is just equal to the square root of 900 squared plus negative 150 squared. So yung acceleration, magnitude is equal to pila be up. It's equal to 912.414 kilometers per hour squared. This is the magnitude of the acceleration. So sa pailaing giasa to we were asked only the velocity and the acceleration. So we were asked naman po since na may gisolve nga direction, so by graphical method, no, if we have this is the x, diba, and y of the acceleration of the plane B with respect to A. So kung ato na i-graph, this is 900, and then negative man, so sa ato papanaog siya, that is negative 150. Pasabot, this is AB of A. So this is AB of A along X, and then this is AB of A along Y. So to get the magnitude, naalang tayo theta here. And then our theta is equal to tan inverse opposite. So that is negative 150 over adjacent 900. So theta na to is, we have 150 over 900. Negative 150. Negative 9.462 degrees. So ato ang yung direction is 9.462 degrees. So kani negative indicates nga panaog ang iyaang direction or clockwise motion. So di ba sa angle pag counterclockwise positive, pag clockwise negative. So this is our velocity of B relative to A, and then our acceleration of B, this one, relative to A. So, muna yung magnitude, and then this is the vector quantity of A. And this is the direction.